So today we will continue with the next topic, levels of inheritance. So already we know what is inheritance. Inheritance means inheriting the properties from one class to another class, or transferring the properties from one class to another class, from base class to derived class, or from old class to new class. So in this topic we have to see from how many classes we can inherit the properties. So here it is given. So we can inherit or we can get the properties from only one class, or more than one class, or more than one level. So details about these levels of inheritance we have to study. So based on these conditions means we can create a new class from one class, or we can create a new class from more than one class, or we can create a new class from more than one level of classes. So depending upon these conditions, there are 5 types of inheritance. So inheritance can be classified into 5 forms. So this is very important. So in examination many times for 5 marks this question will come. So here you can see types of inheritance. So this is very important. So it will come for 5 marks in the examination. So names of types of inheritance are single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, and hybrid inheritance. So in examination you have to write the names of these types: single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, and hybrid inheritance. And after writing the list, you have to explain each, you have to write the definition of each type of inheritance with diagram. So it is very easy. Diagrams are also very easy. So first we will see first type of inheritance. Name is single inheritance. So what is single inheritance? So single inheritance means if a class is derived from a single base class, it is called single inheritance. So this definition is very simple. If a class means we are creating a new class from old class. For creating new class, if we are using only one old class, then this is called as single inheritance. So proper definition is, if a class is derived from a single base class, it is called as single inheritance. So in this picture here you can see this is base class and here it is derived class. So this arrow direction indicates from base class we are creating this derived class. So this derived class is created from only one base class. So when a class is created from only one base class, it is called as single inheritance. So here example, from father class we are creating a new class son. So this is about single inheritance. So next is multi-level inheritance. So multi-level means, so here you can see the classes can also be derived from classes that are already derived. So this type of inheritance is called multi-level inheritance. Means here we are creating a class from a base class, again we are creating a new class from already derived class. So such type of inheritance is called as multi-level inheritance. So in this diagram you can see this is base class. From base class we are deriving or creating class 1. So from this class 1 again we are deriving class 2. From this class 2 again we can derive new classes. So we can derive any number of classes up to class n. So here first one base class is there. From this base class, class 1 is derived. From this class 1 we are deriving or creating class 2. So here class 1 is already derived class, already created from base class. So from already derived class we are deriving another class, class 2. Means for this class 2, class 1 becomes base class, and for this class 1 this is the base class. So like this, from derived class we can also derive another class. So derived class becomes base class for new classes. So this is called as multi-level inheritance. So here level is getting increased. First base class, this is 0 level. From base class we are deriving class 1, this is level 1. From this class 1 again we are deriving class 2, this is level 2. So we can go up to any level. So this is called as multi-level inheritance. So here example, from grandfather we have created or derived father class. So from father class again we are creating son class. So here for son class father is the base class, and for father class grandfather is the base class. So like this is the example of multi-level inheritance. Next is multiple inheritance. So multi-level is different, multiple is different. So here let us see the definition. If a class is derived from more than one base class, it is known as multiple inheritance. Means here we are deriving a new class from more than one base class. So here in diagram you can see easily. So this is here at the bottom, this is derived class. So this derived class is created from base class 1, base class 2, base class 3 up to base class n. Means we can create a new class from more than one base class. Means for here you can see in example, from 3 classes we are creating only one class. So this is called multiple. So multiple means all base class are at same level. So we are creating a new class from multiple base classes. We are deriving a new class from multiple or more than one base class. So here a new class is derived from multiple base classes. So here example is given. This is the prince class. So this prince class is derived from two base class, king and queen. So this new prince class will get the properties from these two classes, king and queen. So this is the diagram about multiple inheritance. So next is hierarchical inheritance. So hierarchical inheritance is opposite of multiple inheritance. So in multiple inheritance we are creating a new class from more than one base class. But in hierarchical inheritance here we are creating multiple derived classes from only one base class. So here definition is, if a number of classes are derived from a single base class, it is called as hierarchical inheritance. So if multiple classes are derived from single base class. So here in diagram you can see multiple classes means here how many classes are there? 3 derived class. So this is derived class 1, derived class 2, derived class 3. So all these derived classes, all these new classes are created from only one old class or only one base class. So this is hierarchical inheritance. So here example is given for hierarchical inheritance. From staff class we can create multiple new or derived classes like lecturers, office staff and group D staff, like this. Okay, next is hybrid inheritance. Hybrid means mixture of all types of inheritance. So here hybrid inheritance is combination of hierarchical and multi-level inheritance. So here in example you can diagram you can see, first from one base class we are creating two derived classes, derived class 1 and derived class 2. So this is called as hierarchical inheritance. Again from these two new classes we are creating only one new class. So for this bottom class, derived class, these derived 1, 2 becomes base classes. So here we are using multi-level inheritance. So hybrid inheritance means it is the combination of hierarchical and multi-level inheritance. So this is very easy topic. So in examination many times this question comes for 5 marks, right? Like what is inheritance? Explain the types of inheritance. So it is very easy. So how many types of inheritance are there? Single inheritance, multi-level, multiple and hierarchical and hybrid inheritance. So single inheritance means a new class is derived from only one base class, And multi-level inheritance means a class which is derived from one base class can be again used for deriving another new class. So in many ways you can define. And multiple inheritance means, so multiple inheritance means from multiple, more than one base class, we are deriving only one derived class. And in hierarchical inheritance, from one base class we are deriving multiple derived classes. And in hybrid inheritance, this is the combination of multi-level and multiple inheritance. So here example is given with diagram one base class, and from one base class we are deriving only one new class or derived class. So here you can see, so already this is base class. From this base class we are deriving derived class. So this is, so here for creating this derived class we are using only one base class. So this is called as single inheritance. Then multi-level. So here you can see, from base class we are deriving one derived class. From this derived class again we are deriving derived class 2, like this. So here this is A. A is the base class. From this A base class we are deriving new class AB. So AB is the new derived class which is we are deriving from only A. Then again we are deriving a new class ABC from AB. So AB already derived class. From this derived class again we are deriving a new class ABC. Means for ABC, AB is the base class, and for AB, A is the base class. Next, multiple inheritance. So here, so in multiple inheritance, here A is a base class and B is also base class. So A and B, two base class are there. Again C is also base class, three base class are there. So here we are creating a new derived class from more than one base class. So here base class we are using three base classes, A, B, C. So here from three base classes we are creating one derived class. So this is called as multiple inheritance. Next, hierarchical inheritance. Okay. Next, one important terminology is virtual base class or just virtual class. So what is virtual class? So virtual class is actually a base class which is created using virtual keyword. So it is mostly used in inheritance, like virtual. So virtual class is a base class which is created using virtual keyword. Next is abstract class. So this is very important. So in Viva or in 1 marks question, this question comes, what is abstract class? So an abstract class is a class which is not used to create objects. Means abstract class is just a class which is not used for creating objects. So only abstract class is used to work like a base class. So last topic is constructors and destructors in derived classes. So here already you know what is constructor and what is destructor. Constructor means a function which is having same name as class name. So we can use constructor in derived class also. So destructor in derived class. So here also what is destructor? So destructor is a special member function which is called automatically when an object is destroyed. So we can use destructors in derived classes also. So here this completes inheritance chapter. So this is very easy chapter. So one 5 marks question which is fixed is many times the question comes like, write what is inheritance, explain the types of inheritance. So here summary is given, so this chapter. So once again I will revise this summary briefly. What is inheritance? So inheritance means it is the capability of a class to inherit properties from another class. inheritance means it is a technique or it is a property in which one class gets the properties of another class. Then definition of base class. What is base class? So base class is the class from which a new class is created. So sometimes it is also called as super class. Then what is derived class? So derived class is a class which gets the properties from base class, or derived class is the new class which is created from base class. So derived class is also called as subclass. Next, this is very important because in examination this is a very small answer, but it will give you 5 marks. So in exam you may get a question like, what is inheritance? Explain or write the advantages of inheritance. So you have to write the definition of inheritance and you have to write these 5 points. So inheritance is used in reusing code, so it will improve or it will make the development time fast, easy to maintain, easy to extend, memory utilization. So this is the advantages of using inheritance. So one very important point in inheritance, from one means in inheritance we will get the properties from one class to another class, but all members of the class except private are inheritance. Means if we are creating a new class from old class, then compiler or computer will transfer the all properties of base class to the new class, but only public variables or protected variables. Private variables or private properties or private members are not transferred in inheritance. Next, so here also next, this is very important, visibility mode. So visibility mode means, actually visibility mode, it is used in creating or inheriting the classes. So there are 3 mode: private, public, protected. So it is where it is used, where this visibility mode is used when we are deriving a class from base class. So there visibility mode is used. So what is the use of visibility mode? So visibility mode controls access specifier to be for inheritable member of the base class in the derived class. Okay, so already we have studied in detail about this in previous class. Okay, last, types of inheritance. So 5 types of inheritance are there: single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, and hybrid inheritance. So definitions are also very simple. What is single inheritance? Single inheritance means if we are deriving a class from only one base class, then it is called single inheritance. Then multi-level inheritance means if we are deriving a new class from already derived class, then it will become multi-level inheritance. Then multiple inheritance means if we are deriving a new class from more than one base class or multiple base class, it is called multiple inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance means when we are deriving more than one derived class, means we are deriving multiple derived classes from only single base class. Then hybrid inheritance means it is the combination of multi-level, multiple, or hierarchical inheritance. So here definitions are given. Okay, here there are some important questions which are repeated in examination. So like, what is inheritance? Explain any 2 types. Or what are visibility modes? So what are the visibility modes? Public, private, and protected. They are used when we are creating a derived class. Then what is the difference between public, private, and protected access specifiers? So public means public members are transferred to the new derived class, but when we use private, private members are not transferred to the new class, and protected members are also transferred to the new class. So explain single inheritance with program. What is multi-level inheritance? What is virtual base class? What are the advantages of inheritance? Like this. So these are the questions. So this chapter, this year, you will get total 10 marks from this chapter. Advantages or types of inheritance, from these two anyone will come definitely for 5 marks. Now we will see some old or previous exam question papers, and we will see from previous exam question paper questions related to our 10th chapter, that is inheritance chapter. So actually in full syllabus this chapter is for only 5 marks, but this year you will get 10 marks from this chapter. So one 5 marks question and 1 marks 2 question and one 3 marks question. So total you will get around 10 marks from this chapter this year. So first we will see the old question paper and we will see the model question paper also for this year. So here this is March 2016 question paper. So here 5 marks question is explain briefly types of inheritance. So you have to explain 5 types: single inheritance, multi-level, multiple, hybrid and hierarchical, like this, with definition and diagrams. Next, this is March 2017 question paper. So in exam, in old papers you will get only one question related to chapter 10, that is inheritance chapter, for 5 marks, only one question. So here question is, what are the advantages of inheritance? So you have to write 5 advantages. So here next question paper is June 2018. So here only here also you will get only one question of 5 marks. So explain single level inheritance with programming example. So you have to explain single level inheritance definition, diagram and with one programming example. Okay, this is March 2019 question paper. So here question is, what is inheritance? Briefly explain hierarchical and hybrid inheritance. So you have to define the definition, you have to write the definition of inheritance and explain hierarchical and hybrid inheritance by writing definitions with diagrams. Then this is June 2019 question paper. So here question is, what is inheritance? So what is inheritance? Briefly explain multi-level and multiple inheritance. So again you have to write the definition of inheritance and explain multi-level and multiple inheritance by writing definition and drawing diagrams. Then this is March 2020 question paper. So here also so 5 marks question is, what are the advantages of inheritance? So you have to write the 5 advantages: reusing existing code, faster development time, easy to maintain the code, easy to extend the code, and proper or better memory utilization. So this was about old previous year question papers. Now we will see this year model paper, which is according to the reduced syllabus. So this is model question paper number 1. So this paper is designed as per reduced syllabus for this year 2020-21. So for this 10th chapter, inheritance chapter, you will get 2 questions of 1 mark. So here define base class. So this is very easy. So define base class. So base class is a class from which we create a new class or derived class, so that the new class will get or inherit the properties from this base class. So base class is also called as superclass. Next, name any one characteristic of public visibility mode. So what is the characteristic of, okay, here I will tell you only one characteristic of public visibility mode. So if we use public visibility mode for creating a derived class from one base class, when we use public visibility mode, then all the public data members are transferred to the derived class and they remain public, and protected members also transferred to the new derived class and they also remain protected. So you can write any one. So this is about 1 marks question. Then here for 2 marks in part B, again we are having a question. Mention any 2 advantages of inheritance. So you have to write any 2 advantages. So there are 5 advantages given in notes in your book. So you have to write any 2 advantages. So reusing of code maintenance will be easy to maintain, easy to extend, better memory utilization, any 2 you can write. Okay, then last in part D, 1 marks, one question will be there of 5 marks. So here at serial number 36, what is inheritance? Explain single level and multi-level inheritance. So you have to write the definition of inheritance and you have to explain single level and multi-level inheritance by writing their definitions with diagrams. So this is about model question paper number 1. So again we will see another. So this is model question paper number 2. For this year 2020-21. So here 1 marks question is, what is visibility mode in inheritance? So visibility mode means visibility mode is the mode used in deriving new classes or derived classes from base class. So it controls the derivation of new class from base class. Example, public, private and protected. So these are the visibility modes of inheritance. Mention any one type of inheritance. So this is for 1 marks. So it is very easy. So there are 5 types of inheritance. Mention means you have to write the name only. You don't need to write the definition. So here you have to write the name of any one type. So there are 5 types: single level, multi-level, multiple, hierarchical and hybrid. So you can write any one, single inheritance. Okay, next 2 marks question. Define base class and derived class. So this is very easy. So what is base class? Already we have seen. So what is base class? Base class is a class from which a new class is derived, or from base class a new class is derived by inheriting the properties of base class. So base class is also called as superclass. And what is derived class? So derived class is a class which is created or derived from base class. So another name of derived class is subclass. It is also called as subclass. Okay, then last in part D, 5 marks question is at serial number 36. Write any 5 advantages of inheritance. So again it is very easy. So many times this question is repeated, advantages of inheritance. So 5 advantages are reutilization of the code maintenance will be easy to extend, easy to maintain, and better memory utilization. Like this you have to write the 5 advantages. So this is about chapter 10, inheritance. So it is very easy chapter for this year. You will get a total 9 marks from this chapter. So don't lose this 9 marks. This is very easy, make it perfect. So here I will stop this class and this chapter is completed.